once you're there, once you're used to it, once you're in the deep front line, you can just do this. So you don't really have to go through all the prep, right? If you have to get it engaged, just do this. And that just basically pops you up.
So many of these muscles, starting all the way at the big toe, going all the way up the backside of the calf, and into the adductors, up into the hip flexors, the iliacus, the psoas, through the back, into the diaphragm, up through the rib cage, and then up through the neck, into the jaw, and on the side of the head. You can see structurally how all these points connect and hold the body up, as though this is the primary tent string holding up the pole that is the skeleton. This is what it looks like when it's been dissected from a human body.
So resting into the elasticated deep front line got nothing to do with internal arts per se. It's actually a basic human function. When we start our life, we just sit for hours and hours and hours, writing with one hand in school for years and years and years, and sitting down, and we don't move as we are meant to and reach a certain age. The elastication of the deep front line is severely compromised. So, we are stuck with a situation where our bodies can't rely on one of the most basic fundamental mechanisms that hold our structures together. We rely on all kinds of other patterns, which involve a lot of the time using mobilizers for structural integrity and so on and so forth. So our structures get really messed up with really bad neuromuscular patterns getting engaged for self-protection and maintaining structure with the shouldn't and so on.
Taking care of this is absolutely vital to long-term health and good posture and biomechanics.
Before starting this, maintaining light attention between your eyebrows here, the tissue underneath the skull in this region, between the eyebrows, inside, not intensely concentrating into it, but rather maintaining gentle attention in that area can be quite useful. Make sure you don't intensely concentrate on it like this, right? It's quite useful because what it does is that it helps the nervous system organize your body in a more unified way. So when you're doing this, elasticating the deep front line basic work, doing it with attention lightly maintained in the tissue inside of the skull here would make a bit of a difference. So the first step is very simple. You stand in a comfortable fashion with just feet parallel or whatever you stand in, whatever way you can. You maintain attention here, and you simply use your ankles to swing forward to the edge of your balance. So what this does is that this activates the deep front line naturally all the way to your tongue. So sort of here. If I go forward, I'll dip forward. So I want to be at the edge of my balance using my ankles. This activates the deep front line, and from here I will breathe in to the activated structures and breathe out of the activated structures. Breathe into the activated structures and breathe out of the activated structures. So what this does is that this gives nervous system a sense of comfort and familiarity with the structure that I engage by letting it know by using the nuances within these structures that I engage, you can still breathe, that this is not getting in the way of breathing. So it's not something that it can't rely on while breathing and staying alive. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And once this is done for a while and you feel comfortable there, You come to the edge where the DFL be fully engaged, and then what you do is you gently sit down as if you are sitting into a bar stool, but staying within the DFL engagement. You rest into the DFL as if you are sitting on a bar stool. And then you do breathing in and breathing out from here. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And once you're comfortable there, you raise your hands up while maintaining the same seating function. And once the hands are up, if you elasticate a deep front line correctly, when you drop the hands, the body should have that jumping up and forward motion. So that's more of a test to make sure the deep front line is properly elasticated, and also it's mobilized through it, like take that connection from a static that allows just the breath to happen to something to generate more power, so your body nervous system learns to use it to be able to deal with external stresses. Again, forward, sit down, raise the hand up, drop them. So once you're there, once you're used to it, once you're in the deep front line, you can just do this, and it'll just do that. So you don't really have to go through all the prep, right? The deep front line is elasticated, it's engaged, you just do this, and that just basically pops you up. So I hope this helps.
Rising like the dawn, your chaos beneath. Silent wisdom, strong, a sword unsheathed. Your screams, a whisper lost in time. She's sending them on another climb. Peace in the chaos, while storms within. You scrambling for scraps, I only win. Jealous eyes watching, can't touch my zen. I'm the master, you the jester, need a friend. Focus steady, you scatter like dust. In my silence, understand I must. Heavy energy, you grasp for straws. I rise untouched, breaking all the laws.